Hats are on. I guess it's time for a video.
Yeah, I gotta finish my banana. It's in my mouth.
Too quick. Are we ready?
Do I look okay?
Do I have to answer that?
No. What's going on? Where are you?
Hey.
Things?
Oh, wait a minute.
Okay. Maybe I'll do a tiny truck salute while we're waiting. Oh, what's that? Your 3D printer going?
The fan was on over there, and of course we're in a new studio setup here, so I'm trying to make sure that we do it right and get good quality sound and all that stuff.
You bet.
The bench looks kind of busy. What have you been up to?
I've been busy building my Florida Expo truck. So that's this on the bench here. We'll talk about it in a few minutes. But yeah, I've been busy in the basement. Just building. Feels good. Feels good to build. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I've been up to. Yourself, you've always got 100 things going on. So
Lots of building.
Yeah.
It seems like everything that I do these days is surrounded by 3D printing of some kind or the other.
I can believe it.
Yeah, it's
amazing, the 3D printing out there.
And we're using it for prototyping before we do machining too. So I mean, it's not just a finished product for us. It's kind of an intermediate. Yeah, and we like it.
What were some of the first things that you were throwing on your truck that were 3D printed way back when?
You know,
can you remember?
Yeah, some of the first things I ever got were from Top Shelf Hobby.
Oh yeah.
On the east coast of Canada, and it was oil cans, milk crates, stuff like that. There was some. He had a little setup there that did just kind of like truck accessories, you know, like in the back of your truck kind of stuff. And I think that was the first thing. Yeah,
I think I agree with you 100%. I think I got like one of those high lift jacks.
Yeah.
A few accessories, and that's sort of where it started. And look at us now.
Yeah, and I think the pieces just keep getting bigger and bigger
and better,
and way better. Yeah.
I happen to see, and I know you guys know all about it. It's out there, but I personally saw one of those 3D printed metal, the land anchors.
Oh, with the James Knight one?
Yeah, but 3D printed metal.
I know. Yeah, James. It's I don't know if it's Smitty licensed or what was the name of the Pull Pal maybe. I think it's a licensed actual Pull Pal product.
Right.
And like, wow.
Blew my mind though. Like that you can 3D print metal. I mean, I understand that can be possible, but to actually physically hold it in your hand and look at it and it feel and touch and just like metal, like it was just a really neat
smooth,
experience. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's hardware. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So I think we got a bunch of just new industry stuff we should be talking about.
Oh yeah, we should. I agree. Where do you want to start? I would love to start with the Traxxas Bronco that came out. So I think we were doing our Halloween video, and I think that day or the very next day, they released that Traxxas. What is that? What year is 79?
78, 9, somewhere around there.
Bronco with that incredible sort of fade from orange
to sunrise. Yeah.
Oh. What do you think of that? I love it.
Even if you're a Chevy guy, you can probably appreciate just the quality of paint and the look of the truck. It's pretty fancy, I'll tell you right now.
When's the release date on that? 2018 sometime?
I wish I knew. I mean, it's a body kit as far as I know, and then they're using it combined with their new TRX4, and then they have a bunch of suspension parts that go along with it, so I think at some point it's going to come out. Maybe together?
Well, I hope so. It looks awesome. Really does.
Yeah.
What else is going on in the industry?
There's been an interesting push right now talking about new vehicles. This is one of the things that's new.
That's I saw that the other day. It's unusual. Very toy-like, but very realistic.
Realistic is definitely the key, and I mean we like realistic stuff. This is a surprisingly realistic little truck. The proportions seem good. It's got a steel frame on it. It's got leaf springs on it, front and back, and like drive shafts and center T-case or transmission or whatever it is. I mean, when I first saw the pictures of it, and then I realized it was like $40.
Oh, is that all it is?
Yeah, I thought, hey,
Wow.
That looks like a pretty cool truck for 40 bucks.
Have you wheeled it yet?
Yeah, I took it around a little bit, and it's horrible.
But it looks good.
It looks okay. So, this is just one of those things that we all have to experience at some point, right? And you'd think I'm old enough to know better.
No, we're kids through and through.
The pictures look amazing, and it has a lot of cool features and stuff, but the reality is it's like so much toy grade.
Yeah.
It doesn't even make sense why I even spent 40 bucks on that, okay?
Well, hey, you got it.
I did.
Yeah.
Maybe for him.
Yeah.
Maybe he could
he
drive
can
it.
use it.
No, but he's way over that.
Yeah.
I mean, his first car was a twin hammer.
My 16-month-old child can wheel it then. How about that?
That's what, and it's about his speed and size, I think,
Okay,
too.
perfect.
Yeah, so yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah.
Some guys are converting them and putting RC stuff in it, but honestly, I'd rather spend my hours on something that was 10th scale or closer. So, no, it's cool, but no.
You raise a good point. There are possibilities there. You know,
Yeah.
you could take the body off and then
Yeah.
the rails look to be metal, but
Yeah.
yeah, there might be some possibilities. And there's so much creativity out there that I'm sure someone will come up with something pretty cool with that.
Kind of hoping. And actually, wheel's pretty good for what it is. It's surprising.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the steering is horrible, and basically it's horrible. But you know, it looks great.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of the industry, of course, one of my favorite go-tos is always Tamiya. I checked the Great Hobbies website, and it looks like that XF-01
Beetle
is
the Beetle
is on their site. So,
what?
For us, it's 158 Canadian, which is pretty cheap.
Oh, man.
I think they have a deal going right
Did
now.
you get me one?
No, not yet.
Oh, I'm
we'll have to get it.
I need to get that right away. That's on my list.
So that's a cool looking four-wheel drive buggy that should be a lot of fun. They also released, which
Man.
I have no interest, but maybe someone does out there. Did you see that three-wheeler?
Oh, that thing that like
tilts over. Hey? Like, and they classify that
Do we
like
actually-
a 1/8 scale trike, I guess.
You know what though? It looks hideous to us, but it's a reality on the streets of
Sure,
Asia and everywhere
sure.
else. I mean, so it's one of those things that's actually driven out there
yeah,
with this
of
weird
course.
little rain fairing on it and weirdness. It's not it doesn't work in Canada. Okay, we need these and like winter boots and stuff. So no.
It does look cool. If anyone ever gets it and I come across it, I'm sure I'll take it for a spin. But I don't know if it's going to end up on my shelf.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I wonder if they would work with the basement track if they steer enough. I don't think they steer enough, do they?
I don't know. I mean, it leans over. It looks like it has a pretty tight turning radius, so it may steer too much right into the side of the track or something. I don't know. Interesting though. So it looks like Tamiya's got a bunch of new releases that are just available for Christmas, which is nice. So I'm sure we'll sign up for a Beetle or something to that effect.
And 2 new scale trucks just launched, eh?
Which ones are those?
So the Viterra rebranded their Chevy K10 with a Ford F100 body, which I thought looked pretty good in the pictures.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's still a super wide, kind of squished looking ascender.
Yeah.
But hey,
Yeah.
if you've got Chevys and now you have Fords, you're blowing the market wide open to people being able to offer their favorite brand on the trail.
You're getting everybody there.
Good idea.
I'm never a big fan of that sort of, no box on the back, like a cab.
Tube, like tube thing, with panels.
But, for a lot of people, I'm sure they are. We've got one of our guys in the local club, Stephen. Stefan. And he's taken the Chevy equivalent, the yellow Chevy equivalent.
Did he ever?
And made it into a tow truck. So yeah, they're cool. It looks cool. There's a place for that. Yeah, for sure.
And he did a scale drivetrain in it and full interior, and I mean,
Yeah.
scale truck, right? He's a scale truck guy.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
and the other one, of course, is the new Axial release, which is an SCX2 with a CRC Jeep body.
Yep.
And according to the Tower Hobbies leak catalog from,
Last month.
I guess last month or something, then there was, what is it, a 69 Blazer?
Yeah, so we're still waiting for that, right?
And a Honcho re-release.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that'll be okay. Hopefully that'll look pretty slick. I'm interested in that 69, and now that the things are starting to roll and they're starting to do the releases, I'm sure it won't be a matter of time before we start seeing this.
you know, there was a lot of complaints about, last thing we need is another Jeep. And that may be true, but the good news was there's actually a whole bunch of more stuff that went on with the new SCX2 CRC Jeep than just the body. They added lights, they added a light-capable ESC, which everybody, I think, can use. They put steel gears in the tranny, finally. So maybe that's the end of that weak plastic gear in the axial 3-gear tranny.
Yep.
That'd be nice.
We also talked about, but it seems to be more prevalent now, is the HPI FJ.
Oh, the Venture.
I've seen more and more of that now, so it looks pretty cool. So, yeah, it's interesting what the industry's doing right now.
You know what else I'm seeing right now is some of the custom body stuff that's been going around all summer for the mid-year 2017. It's all people are kind of finishing them up now. So I'm actually starting to see some more of the JS Scale and Manitou 4x4 body kits finally getting finished. The Discoveries are getting finished. The Bronco kits that are out there are getting finished. You know, the Comanches are getting worked on or finished.
Yeah.
And so that's pretty exciting, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right, and the JS Scale, the Bronco that they've got, that orange Bronco, and they've got that sort of beat up Comanche.
That's Teddy's incredible Bronco there that he's finished.
Too nice, eh? Too nice.
And if you guys want to see what we're talking about, then you have to go to Ultimate Scale Truck Expo. There's the thing right there.
Yeah.
So just pause the video right now, mark that on your calendar, go to their page and buy your tickets and show up, because if you want to see scale trucking,
that's the place to be. And it's
you got to go to the Ultimate Scale Truck Expo.
Yeah, I'm excited for that this year. We're quickly building stuff and getting ready, and it's coming before you know it. So please show up. I'd love to see you guys out there. It was a great event last year, and it's going to be even better this year.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I heard they're doing a whole bunch of neat stuff this year. They're doing an expedition run. They've got driver challenge stuff and a whole bunch of more interactive things going on. And part of the reason why I liked Expo was because of the interaction. You get to hang out with guys and just talk trucks all the time, and the Q&A stuff was fantastic. And it's just really...
Yeah, there was. And this year there will be a bit of a competition going on. So, it look forward to it. I'm like I said, it's Florida for us in February.
I know.
So.
And we've got some pretty fantastic booth ideas for this one, so look forward to a interesting GCM booth. I'm not going to say anything.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
We've got lots of stuff on the bench here. We should probably talk about a few things. I know that you've been building a floor for that Bronco there, and that looks pretty impressive. And
well, let's get to that in a second, because we should talk about the Instagram build.
Yeah. Okay. So, and that should be updated. But I've been hard at it building the work truck. So don't we throw it on top? Should fit fairly decent. There you go over the back. Yeah. Just give her. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see what you're doing.
Yeah. So it looks good. You know, I've still got a bunch of stuff to do. But I'm happy with it. The tires are nice. The rims are too big. But I'm going to put a set of 155s on that.
Oh, cool.
And then I'm thinking about a set of Fundix 155s for that. So...
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Those are nice.
Yeah, aren't they?
Yeah, small too.
Yeah, they're small. So that is coming along. I've been working with, of course, the C-Max chassis and the scale drive train.
Yeah.
It's really, really performing well. It's so versatile. I'm loving it. Not that I haven't built a few of these in the past, but I thought I'd revisit staring at your face on the building the transmission for the C-Max, the scale drivetrain, and that video is good. So for you guys that are building C-Maxes with the scale drivetrain, watch that video. It'll give you all your answers. It did a lot for me, even though I do this a lot.
Yeah.
It's always good to revisit it. So. It's coming together. Just working out some of the leaf springs. Speaking of leaf springs, I don't know if you saw SBG's 5 tips for leaf spring. Really good video. I watched it the other day, so thank you, Matthew. It gave me some insight. One of the things that I appreciated in the video was the front of the leaves, well, all the perches where the leaves meet, he's filing them, narrowing them down.
The leaf spring, like the metal part of the leaf spring, right?
Yeah. So he got that from, I forget who he got that from, but that's something that I hope to do. But leaf spring setup for my work truck went together really nice.
Oh yeah.
I'm happy with it. The 152 Yoda axles, great. I couldn't be happier. So there's definitely some progress on the work truck. Of course, there's the finished product. I was thinking about using this torque-tuned Tamiya motor, but then we looked it up, and apparently it's like a 29 turn or something.
23.
23
23,
turn.
I think.
So it's
23.
It's gonna motor, so I'm gonna probably have to change that.
It's gonna be like, yeah.
Yeah. So that went together. Really nice kit. Really nice kit. I enjoyed that.
Yeah. And they don't bust either. They'll last forever on the truck.
They'll last forever.
Even with David Krieger driving.
Yes. Great gearing on it and the whole bit. So
he's gonna watch this at some point and then realize we were talking about him.
Right. Speaking of that,
and then he'll make a comment.
Dave, I need your probably your upgraded.
Bauhaus knuckles.
Bauhaus knuckles, yes.
Oh yeah, they were nice.
I've got the Bauhaus 152, so I need those knuckles. So David, if you watch this, get a hold of me or let's get in touch because I'm going to put those on there because they've got to go on.
It's not this kind of knuckle.
Yeah, no.
It's that kind of knuckle. Just so you know.
So you know.
Okay, so Bauhaus 152 fits a Hilux body.
Correct.
This is what I'm trying to say about this. I just want to take half a second.
Sure. Let me set it up.
Just straighten up the tires. I want everybody to actually see that the tires are underneath the body. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
I mean, look.
Yeah.
See that? I mean, the tires are completely underneath the Hilux. And you can't do that unless you use a Bauhaus RC 152 axle. Done.
You know, and that's why I went with them. There's
looks amazing.
Yeah, it looks amazing. Thank you, David. Thank you, Nick. Thank you guys for coming up with that incredible axle. You can get the housing from them, and then the innards from us, and from them, I assume.
Yeah.
They're great. I can't wait to wheel it. So stay tuned to Florida.
There's a little bit more to go before we can wheel it.
Yeah.
A little bit more.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's no battery yet.
Yeah. Okay.
So
onward and forward.
Let's move this on.
Yeah, let's get that out of the way. Okay, yeah, thanks.
So where can we find this project?
So you can find that on the GCM Racing IG Instagram account. That's where I'll be updating it. You just got updated, but I'll probably throw another update on IG in the next little bit.
So build progress is always fun to watch.
It is. Yeah,
it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I've been doing a lot of 3D printing stuff these days. It doesn't seem to ever end. We're working on this Bronco that we got from JS Scale. This is the MFab 4x4 Bronco kit. JS Scale was kind enough to put the Brittany blue paint on it for me. And more exciting than that is we've been working pretty hard on covering up the entire bottom of it. There's only one inner fender, and there's a child.
Oh, look at that.
So,
I mean, come on.
You know, this is kind of where we've been at with the project. I guess I want to spend like 2 minutes just talking about how this development turned into the Comanche, to try to kind of just connect the dots for everybody. I'm going to pull this body off of here.
You know, it's really good to see, and just to make a tidbit, but there's interiors that you can get 3D printed out there. There's accessories that you can get 3D printed out there. There's bodies that you can get 3D printed, but there's very few floors. Oftentimes you're making your own floor. It's really nice to see something like this come together. I can't wait to see the finished product, but it's such a nice fit for that Bronco.
Thank you. And I'm always like you, kind of, where do I put the battery? Where do I put my stuff, you know? Yeah. And it turns out that with this setup, there's actually a giant hole underneath this panel here on both sides of the seat mounts, and so yeah.
That's nice.
Thank you. So this is all our home printing junk that we're just using to show off, you know, does this fit, does it not fit, inner fenders that go on it, both sides, firewall, floor pan, you know, it goes on and on. So
the other good thing about you building this is that if you print something or do something, we have Rob, who will critique it to no end, and he's not shy. So Chris is making this perfect due to Rob's comments or suggestions.
We have a secret group for our GCM team drivers and store folks and stuff, and so we all chat. And I put up a picture of my first iteration of the console, and he said something like, "The rear floor is amazing. Yeah. The console is horrible.
Horrible. Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah. No. You know, he's never shy with.
There was no. Yeah. You can maybe this and that. No, it was horrible. So.
Yeah. So. We're getting it right. It's looking good. Thank you, Rob, for all of your honesty. You've got a bunch of 1-to-1s that you can reference. So, you know, we're doing it. And it looks awesome. So
thank you.
Yeah.
This is the radius arm setup that we have licensed from James Duff. This is also getting retrofitted to this new Bronco. So we will actually have a proper 3-inch lift, a proper JD. You know, I mean, if the body's this good, you might as well make the rest of it this good, and that's our aim, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So the nice thing about the Comanche interior is that you can already get this from JS Scale, and you can also get a Comanche interior from, or an XJ interior from R3 Designs, which is Ryan Luna.
Yeah.
These are incredible 3D printed bits that just make your interior next level. I mean, this thing is amazing.
I'm sure you guys have seen these before, but they're worth a second or third or fourth look.
Yeah, just incredible.
You know, the design is awesome.
Pull that Comanche over here, if you will.
Yeah.
So, the way that some of this stuff develops, you guys know this. You've tried something, you've got something figured out in one spot, and then you want to somehow take that creativity and put it into something new. So, what ended up happening with this is, we, of course, have this Comanche half done here, and you should see an update on that pretty soon.
Yeah.
And I took this piece out of the Bronco, which was already designed and fit the Bronco, and I actually dropped it into the Comanche.
Nice.
And with this kind of half taped into the Comanche for the sake of seeing how it fit, it turned out that we had an almost Comanche floor.
Isn't that nice?
So we remassaged the design and the inner fenders, and we came up with an actual Comanche inner fender set and a proper Comanche interior floor. And so, as you were saying, suddenly we have an interior that fits the Comanche tail, fits the XJ front end.
Wow,
right?
Isn't that amazing?
It's got battery trays in the floorboards, which everybody needs someplace to put a battery, and that's great. Lots of room for electronics. And an actual custom firewall, and we re-engineered the product from the Bronco so that this proper XJ or Comanche dash would actually fit right on.
Of course.
And instead of attaching to the body, which is really awkward if you have a driver with hands and stuff, we actually fixed it up so that the dash would actually attach to the firewall instead.
Isn't that interesting?
So now when the Comanche body goes on, with the actual Comanche parts, this just slides over there like this, and that goes back down like that.
And Bob's your uncle.
And now the firewall can stay in the truck, the dashboard can stay in the truck with the driver holding onto it, the fenders will stay in the truck, the electronics can stay in the truck, and without trying very hard you can unbody the entire thing and get at everything to service it. So we've made massive improvements on those since the old days. Remember those days?
Of course I do. Yeah.
Oh, it takes you 20 minutes to figure out how to get to the receiver, you know, and and then you can see it, but you can't actually touch it.
Yeah, you can't do anything with it. Yeah.
You just can't touch it.
Yeah.
Not allowed.
Well, that's impressive. What a nice rig! I can't wait to see this on the trail.
Me too.
That's Florida, I guess. Florida bound.
So it is. It's Florida bound for Ultimate Scale Truck Expo for sure. And what's more is that all the test parts for this I've actually sent from Shapeways to the Florida store, and I'll be there next week to get some of this stuff fixed up and finish up the Bronco setup and do some tiny trucking.
Wow. Just to stay updated, Andy Lowry has been feverishly painting one of my vintage Hilux bodies.
Wow.
So stay tuned to that, because we're going to bring that to the channel when it's up and ready and all painted and fresh. So in the future, there's going to be a nice rig review when it comes to that. So that stay tuned for that. But
you know, we love vintage Tamiya over here.
I know. So,
wow,
lots going on here. Lots going on the bench. Is this just for show, or is there something in here we should? Well,
I took these two pieces out of it.
By the way, it's a box that says Shapeways.
Yeah. It's not another child or anything.
No.
What do we do with this one?
Yeah.
So
well, they're all children, right? In one way or another.
Kind of, yeah. It's like
not the real ones over there. They're the most important.
He's got too much hair too. I keep telling him to get a haircut.
I like it.
You like it?
I like it.
I know he likes it.
That's good.
Yeah.
Now what's this? This is a little Jeep.
Isn't this cool? Like it's 3D printing all over again. But
right.
Speaking of scale accessories, I'm glad you brought that up right at the beginning because the first thing that we like to do is drop stuff. The first thing that we like to do is
drop it.
Is you know, accessorize our trucks, right?
Right.
I mean, we love you broke the wheel off.
That's great. A little crazy glue. Don't worry.
He broke the wheel off.
I just dropped it. Thank God they're not the real truck. They're the RC truck.
So,
right.
So this is a bit that we got from Shapeways. It's of course 3D printed. Somebody scanned in and actually made up a little tiny 10th scale axial Jeep Wrangler from the 2007 version.
Nice.
And someone else has done a ridiculously detailed print of a Spectrum DX3.
May I see that for a moment?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I mean, this, like, we're RC geeks, right? And so how many of us are actually driving around town right now with an RC truck in the trunk?
Of course.
You know, because you might find a rock or a cool place somewhere.
It's hard to see, I think.
That's a crazy tiny thing, eh?
Isn't it?
So,
there we go.
And, yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
So, you get them painted up and detailed. Isn't that neat?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
This would go really well in your vintage Hilux, actually.
Yeah, that would.
Yeah, you get that all scaled out.
You bet.
Put that on the seat there. So another accessory that you can use, thanks to 3D printing, for not having to make me carve this out of styrene. Yeah. So, let's talk about scale seats for a second, because we had this little tiny discussion about flocking. What the heck is that?
Flocking. Yeah, so very interesting technique. I got introduced to that. Matt Kett did an interior on one of his rigs way back when, and he did a bit of flocking, and I'm like, flocking? What does that mean? Is he swearing at me or what? And then we've seen a little bit more and more of it. And it's something that I've been wanting to do, and I'm going to do with this build, my work truck build. And for those who don't know what flocking is or what it is, technique, it basically is as a powder, and you would
like a fibrous powder.
Yeah,
though?
exactly. Yeah, and you can get it in a variety of colors, and it's mimicking in a scale version, in a realistic version of a texture. Or a carpet, or you know, something to that effect.
Like clothy fabric.
Exactly.
Sort of. Okay, interesting.
So with all of these scale seats that we have going on, it's always a challenge whether you paint it, high gloss, flat, what have you.
I know. I never know what
felt,
to do with them.
what have you.
Yeah.
And so flocking is a good alternative because you can paint it and or apply an adhesive to it, and then you take the flocking material of your choice, and there's a few different types of flocking with different materials and texture, and then you basically douse or sprinkle or what have you over top of the seat, and then once you've done that, you would shake it off, and the bits that have been either painted yet not cured, so you put it on when the paint is still wet, or the adhesive, then you get this incredible texture that really looks like an interior of a one-to-one rig or car or what have you. So I'm going to attempt this. I've never done it before. I'm looking forward to it. I've seen some other guys do it out there. It looks incredible.
Yeah, it sure does.
So we'll see what happens. It's a new thing I'm going to do, and I'm excited to give it a shot.
Well, I can't wait to see that.
Yeah. You haven't done any flocking before, right?
No, I haven't done any flocking, but I've unsuccessfully tried the felt thing a couple times.
Right, yeah.
So maybe it's time to step...
Sorry. You're getting better.
Some of them have been horrible.
Yeah.
I have successfully put like a full cloth over a seat, bench seat and stuff like that, where the contours are a lot less visible, if you will.
Yeah.
So you know,
yeah,
that's
take an old
worked well.
T-shirt or something and or a plaid. Something
Yeah, actually
and
plaids.
material,
Yeah, I found some plaids that work pretty well.
And those look good too. There's a few out there I've seen.
They look okay.
Yeah, yeah. So
I gotta try this flocking thing though.
yeah, yeah. Flock off, right?
Yeah, right on your seat. So we'll see how that goes.
Right.
It sounds like a fantastic method, so hopefully you can show it off.
Yeah, yeah. I'll be updating for sure. So wish me luck.
Good luck.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So next for us is probably going to be some video updates on this project, on your Toyota, on the work truck, on the Bronco, and maybe somewhere in the middle there we'll sneak in a little basement racing or something.
Oh, that would be great. Let's do that.
Oh, I want to come.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. We'll get you a rig or a truck and a car, and we'll go racing.
Car.
Yeah, yeah. So as always, lots going on. It's always having fun here. So stay tuned. There's lots of updates to come. It's winter time, so.
I know.
Yep.
Hats and all.
Yeah, it snowed today, by the way, for us. So it's our first real dump of snow, which is good and bad.
Yay, snow.
It's, yeah, yeah.
Awful.
Okay, well, anything else? I think that's it. Are we...
I think I'm going to glue the wheel back on.
Yeah, that I broke.
Jeep. And yeah.
Yeah.
Truck on.
You bet. Tiny Truck salute. Thanks for watching. Like,
Bye.
subscribe. Take care.
See you later.